Hey everybody, my name is Sean Hansel. I'm a 46-year-old stubborn fat expert with over 20 years of real-world hands-on experience in the health and fitness industry. And I'm very excited to be going live on Facebook today to present you with 5 all-natural tips that you can use to naturally optimize hormones and help the body quickly lose more belly fat. So if you're scrolling through your feed and you're over 35 years old, you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, stop by, say hi, drop a comment below, let us know what area of the world you're from, let us know what your biggest struggle is in your quest to achieve your dream body and lose belly fat. Because I'm also going to share with you an innovative system that my wife Karen and I have created called the Over 40 Absolution. So somewhere around this video you're going to see a link to click or tap where you go over to our website. And you'll learn all about a 12-minute metabolic protocol that I call metabolic zone training. It's specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people over 35 that are in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. And you'll also read all about my wife's inspiring story that actually led to the creation of this system. She's 11 years older than me. I'm now 46 and she's 57. We're grandparents to 4 beautiful grandkids. We have one more on the way. And when we met well over 10 years ago, she was diagnosed with colorectal cancer, and it forced her body into early menopause, and she accumulated a ton of upper belly fat afterwards because it wreaked havoc on her hormones. And no matter how hard we tried, nothing worked. We tried excessive amounts of cardio, and I did some research, and I found out there's 4 studies that you'll see over at our website that I refer to, talking about how too much regular cardio suppresses the thyroid, releases cortisol, free radicals, and increases hunger. So then we tried today's trendy ab routines. I did some research. According to Men's Health, it takes 22,000 crunches just to burn 1 measly pound of fat. Not to mention, Dr. Stuart McGill, one of the world-renowned back experts, talks about how repeated flexion of the spine with crunches and sit-ups is one of the leading causes of herniated disc. So remember, if you're trying to lose belly fat and you're doing stomach exercises, you're just working a muscle and building a muscle that's underneath the fat that you want to burn off. Instead, you should be engaging in our 12-minute metabolic protocols found inside of our system because it uses strategic rest periods, intensity levels, and movement patterns that are specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people over 35 years old. So when we tried all these different things with my wife and it didn't work, what I did is I went back to the drawing board. I started thinking about when I started my career, and way back in 1998, I entered a Body for Life transformation contest put on by Bill Phillips. And out of over 22,000 finishers in that contest, I was fortunate enough to place first runner-up grand champion. But the toughest part about that contest is I took my body fat from 20% to 10% really quickly. But as I wanted to lose my last 5 to 10 stubborn pounds of fat, it got increasingly difficult. So I had to come up with a scientific strategy to trick my body. And so I started using these 12-minute metabolic protocols. And you can see here how lean and muscular I was after I did that. So after all this stuff didn't work on my wife Karen, I'm like, hey, what do we got to lose? Let's go back to this same 12-minute metabolic protocol I used to get ready for all my photo shoots. You can see here, here's 10 years of progress pictures of me using this 12-minute metabolic protocol. Now, I don't share this with you to impress you, just to impress upon you how powerful this protocol is. So I started having my wife use this protocol along with the other 4 tips that I'm about ready to share with you here in just a second. And 10 weeks later, her confidence soared. She was happy with what she saw in the mirror, and she completely transformed her body, as you can see right here. So you can learn all about her story over at our website. But first, don't click or tap that link yet. I want to share 4 more tips outside of this 12-minute metabolic protocol that you can use to naturally optimize hormones. And the first one is simply to eat more protein. Now, most people don't get adequate protein intake in their diet. I know this after being in this industry over 20 years and working with thousands of people online and hundreds of people one-on-one. One of the #1 common things that I see is people do not get enough protein in their diet. Now, protein will increase the metabolic rate naturally. Remember, when you eat protein, it has a higher thermic effect. So the body burns more calories digesting protein than it does carbs or fat. So simply by eating more protein, it increases the metabolic rate naturally. Also, research shows people who eat more protein lose more weight than those who don't, and people who eat more protein also have less nighttime cravings, one of my biggest downfalls when I'm trying to lose belly fat. The second tip is to eat your carbs after our 12-minute metabolic zone training protocols. You see, after you engage in these movement patterns, these rest periods and intensity levels that I prescribe to you that are specifically designed for your hormonal condition, the muscles become like a sponge that's been wrung dry. They're very depleted of energy called glycogen. So by timing and eating your favorite carbohydrates post-workout, you enhance the body's ability to replenish liver and muscle glycogen and deplete it. And this is a catalyst to helping the body burn more belly fat, and it also helps the body prevent fat spillover from the carbohydrates that you eat. Everybody wants to eat your favorite carbs, so just eat them after our 12-minute metabolic protocols, and you can still get your cake and eat it too. The third trick is to try intermittent fasting. Now, if you've never experimented with intermittent fasting, the science and the research behind this is phenomenal. Research shows that people who use intermittent fasting have higher growth hormone levels, they have higher resting metabolic rate, they also even have better cellular health. Now, I'm making a lot of claims inside this video, so when you go over to our website, you're gonna see over 30 studies over there substantiating every claim that I'm making. So if you've never tried intermittent fasting, my recommendation is just to start with 12 hours. If you eat the last meal at 8 p.m., break your fast the next day at 8 a.m. Now, as you get used to this, I recommend if you're a female, you extend that out to 14 hours. So now if you eat your last meal at 8 p.m., you wouldn't eat again the next morning until 10 a.m. Remember, you're not skipping breakfast, you're just pushing it back. Now, if you're a man, I recommend you extend this out to 16 hours, my favorite method. So if I eat my last meal at 8 p.m., I'll break my fast usually the next day between noon and 1 p.m. Now remember, it's still a breakfast because it's break fast, breakfast. It's just that we're pushing it back a couple hours. And the research to help people lose belly fat is phenomenal using intermittent fasting. So make sure you give it a shot. The fourth and final tip is don't eat 2 hours before bed. Now, if you eat directly before bed and it's healthy food choices, it's not necessarily gonna make you gain belly fat, but it could blunt growth hormone secretion while you sleep. So the solution to this is to make sure you wait 2 hours after a meal. Remember, if you eat directly before bed, it raises insulin. Insulin is the body's primary storage hormone, and when insulin is present, it's the antagonist to growth hormone. So it makes it nearly impossible for the body to access fat as a fuel source and release growth hormone during the night. So by eating 2 hours before bed, you allow insulin to stabilize. Then when you go to sleep, growth hormone will be able to pulse throughout the night. So there you have it. 5 all-natural tips to optimize hormones for people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. If you learned something in this video, can you do me a huge favor and type yes down below? I want to make sure that I still have your attention inside this live video. I also want to cover a couple more quick things before I sign off that are very important. First of all, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee on our system. So when you click or tap the link around this video and you go over to check it out, just remember the results are guaranteed and you get your money back. Also, for every person who grabs a copy of this system, we will donate clean water to a needy child in a third world country for almost 90 days. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but we're very passionate about this cause. We're actually intimately involved. My business partner and I actually travel to Nicaragua every year on a mission trip to help install a water well. And last year alone, through the Over 40 app solution, with people like you who grabbed a copy and took action, we donated almost $30,000 and installed 4 water wells across the globe. Now, keep in mind, these people are drinking contaminated water, the same water the cows are drinking, and they're dying and getting diseases from these water. So now you can help us be a part of this amazing cause. Now, there's 3 other things that I want to quickly share before I sign off. So make sure if you're getting something out of this, you throw me some hearts, you throw me some likes, you throw me some shares, and drop a comment if you have questions. My team and I will do our best to get back with you. But these 3 tips are very important because we can hand you the blueprint, we can hand you the roadmap and tell you exactly what to do. But if you don't follow up and take action and do it, you're never gonna see the results. And these 3 things are key elements that we cannot control, but you can. And there are 3 specific laws. The first one I call the law of the big reason why. So way back in 1998, when I placed first runner-up grand champion in the Body for Life contest, yeah, I wanted 6-pack abs for the first time in my life, and it was amazing to have my dream body. Finally, after over 8 years of trying, I finally conquered it. But this was just a bonus side effect. You see, after this contest was over, I had an anchor in my life the entire time. Every day when I woke up, I was focusing on my daughter Jordan because I was going through a joint legal custody battle over her. And I wanted more than anything in my life for her to be a part of my life. So that was my big reason why. That's what kept me going every single day. And when this contest was over, guess what? She was part of my life consistently. I had joint legal custody rights. I had paid off a bunch of bad debt. I had mended a bunch of broken relationships. I landed a brand new career. All these bonus side effects simply for taking action and losing belly fat. So that's my promise to you, is find the big reason why in your life. Like fitting into your skinny jeans, having six-pack abs, or looking great naked when you look in the mirror, all great goals to have, but they're never gonna keep you going when the going gets tough. You must use the law of the big reason why and have a deeper emotional reason that keeps you going on a daily basis. The second law I call the law of association. This is crucial. You become who you hang out with. So if you hang out with overweight, unhealthy people, guess what? You're probably gonna follow suit. If you go to a bar, you're probably gonna drink. However, if you hang out with like-minded people and you go to a fitness class, or you get a workout partner, or you hire a coach, or you go to the gym, guess what? You're more likely to work out. So you have to associate yourself with people that support your goals. Otherwise, they're gonna bring you down and you're never gonna keep going when the going gets tough. The third and final law, I call the law of Henry Ford, because he was quoted as saying this years ago. He said, whatever you believe you can do or you can't, you're right. So you have to believe in yourself. This is huge. If you're constantly telling yourself every single day, this will never work, I can't do this, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You have to think positive and you have to believe in yourself. We believe in you. We work with thousands of people that have declining hormones that are over 35 years old. We've helped them lose belly fat. Just like them, we believe in you. So we hope you can believe in us. Click the link around this video. Go grab your copy of the Over 40 Absolution. And thanks for watching this, and keep going strong.